You got the noon, the na, the noon, the seed, the air, right? The continuance, son, daughter, right? The seed is also kind of spiraling, right? Twisting. Like the ga, you could say the twisting or the spiraling seed. Are you spiraling up? Are you spiraling down? Or are we saying Naga, like noon, ga, like gathering, like the seed is gathering? Either one has a story to tell, but that's the Picto Paleo when you say Naga or Nega or Negu, right? But now we're just talking, Negus. So my point is 10 little niggas comes from Nagas or Negu, right? Title of the ruler of Abyssinia. Or we're just talking king. And nigga comes from Negu. Naga, right? You're just switching the vowels. And in the ancient languages, there are no vowels, right? So before the Masoretic text, there are no vowels. So the N, the G is what we're looking at, which goes to the royalty. So whether they say nigger, Negro, we're talking Negu, right? We're talking Naga, Negu, we're talking dragons, we're talking caves, we're talking seed. The noon is the seed. The noon is the seed. Ain't it kind of funny how like the seed, like sperm, right? Like sperm kind of looks like a seed, like a tadpole almost, right? Like a baby dragon. It's almost like you're already in your, you know, dragon form. You know what I mean? You already got a tail. You're already twisting up. You're in your Naga form, and then learn to, be in human likeness, man. Whether we're talking the Ga, the twisting, or the Gam, the gathering, we're still talking Na, Ne, or Nu. Dodge the vowels, you're still talking the seed, the continuance, the heritage. So this nigga has to do with the heritage, has to do with the seed. And then they got married. And then they were none. And we went to the marriage. And it brought us to the poison. Well, the gifts. But yeah, we doggone married. They brought us the gifts. And the gifts brought us the poison, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. We can keep going, but this is interesting. We got chancery. One nigga got into law. This nigga, he disappeared into the law, into the chancery or the con, like the conjugal, right? Conjugal, the con, the chancery is the con. Interesting, right? But we are talking about the law, and the law is talking about the con. It's just going deeper. Maybe I'm over dropping. We are talking about the more or the Aborigine or the American Indian. But I just looked in the Oxford Dictionary, man, talking about Negre. They didn't. These Portuguese didn't want the Negroes, the Indians. The Indians wasn't prime abuses, unjustifiable, scandalous practice of calling them Negroes. They didn't want the Indians to be called Negroes. These Portuguese, but the Portuguese are the same ones looking for Prester John. There's a Portuguese monument in South Africa looking for the Prester up until 1645. Then they started looking for the fountain of youth in America for the last 500 years. After they stopped looking for Prester John over there, they found us over here and started looking for the fountain of youth in Florida, boss. The Portuguese. The Portuguese. Okay. Negus, king. Nigga, king. So we take it all back. We say Naga, because now we bringing in the Draca. Now we bringing the dragon in. Because the dragon ain't no serpent, right? If you say Naga today, they'll say serpent, boss. Magical serpent, right? And then we say, that's crazy, you know. Because in alchemy, my Naga, the serpent, is not the dragon. So is your Naga a snake? Or is your Naga a dragon? One is of unknown origin. The hijack can't figure it out, but they know the living spirit can be extracted. They know it is the vessel in which the spirit is contained, this Naga. But the serpent, boss, brings everything to life, but kills everything. It's unconscious, like AI, like the robot just bursting into consciousness. You don't come from the unconsciousness. You come from the unknown origin. You are the dragon. That's the Naga. The Naga is not a snake. The Naga is of unknown origin because the Naga is all about the seed. The noon, the noon is all about the seed. And, and you, my Naga, are unknown. The hijack just found you here, right? Just found you here. So the nigga, like the Naga, like the Negus, is royal. Natural by law, right? He ruled, he forced, he ruled, right? Uncertain origin, just like it says. Unknown origin, this Naga. Uncertain origin, this Negus. But we know we're talking about royalty, queens and kings. Even in Wikipedia, you look up Negus, they're going to bring you to the king, right? And they're going to take it to Ethiopia, right? And we're going to say, Ethiopia king? Well, the native name for Ethiopia is Abyssinia. So the Ethiopian king must be the Abyssinian king, which is the old name for Ethiopia, or Habasa, which means mixed, like the mixed multitude, like the mixture. I'm not talking the racial mixture. I'm talking the mixture of tribes. And who was the Khan that was leading the mixture of tribes? Like Moses, El Prester John, Emperor de los Abyssinios, Habasa, Ethiopia. It's not a place in Africa. It's where the mixed multitude is, led by the dark-skinned, copper-colored, red-ruddy Naga priest king, Prester John, who they were looking for 500 years. What nigga, what Naga, what Negus do you look for 500 years? What Indian in India Superior do you look for 500 years? And why would I say India Superior, boss? Because the British Museum places Prester John in India Superior. P. Pow. The Native American is the seed of the Prester, the Naga Noon seed, the inheritance, the heir to the kingdom of the Prester John. And even they knew it in Britain in 1530 in the British Museum. They knew where India Superior was. Columbus got lost in India. No, he went to India Superior, brought a Hebrew interpreter, and found Naga, the Prester. Or the people of the Prester. Called them Indians, called them Negers, called them Negus. You're just calling us a king, Negre. You're just calling me king. We take the power back. There ain't no derogatory. You're calling me a king every time. You're calling us kings every time. You're calling us the seed. You're calling us the gathering every time. You're calling us royalty every time. King of kings every time. And every time Ethiopia is going to go to Abyssinia. And every time it goes to Abyssinia, you're talking a mixed multitude of the Emperor de los Abyssinios. I'll be seeing you, Abasa, King David, Khan of Khans, King of Kings, right here in India Superior. Let the British Museum tell you, India Superior, Prester John. And that's what the Crusades were about. And that's what the Portuguese were looking for, my Naga, all this time.